50%, she starts wielding more weapons and going apeshit on you. Okay, Eastern Wellspring Sands. Looks like we have no dungeon here, so we just gotta explore it and get it opened up. The next town, I'll switch in another party member too for Alphen, so I think he's kind of surpassed a couple of them in levels. We were going so well too. I mean, we had a lot of close calls, but it was still going pretty well, all things considered, too. Probably gonna want to buy some more stuff. You know, I wonder if some of the other shrines are easier than that one. Like if maybe we just tried the hardest shrine at the beginning.
Over here. How about you?
I wonder. Does anyone watching know if the other like secret job shines, other than the Warbringer, if they're like easier than the Warbringer or lower level or something? Because we were way out of our league when we went in there. At least for the boss. I don't know if anyone was watching it just now. We spent probably like 35 minutes fighting the boss. And died after it went past 50% HP.
Here we go. Let's a flame illuminate our path.
But obviously, we need more levels and we need better gear for this.
Well then.
Let's. It's so frustrating that happened, though. Well, at least we learned some things. She starts after 50%. She equips 2 new weapons, or wind weapons, and then she also starts doing AOE damage past 50%. And then we also learned that she poisons, or at least her little 2-hit move can poison, and then also at past 50%, she starts using, I think it was unconsciousness? It was another debuff she placed on Ulbrich at the end there. I didn't get a chance to see exactly what it was.
Here goes nothing. Is that better?
What might be worth it is
I'll do my best.
going in there with poison protection on Ulbrich next time. It's worth considering.
All right.
Victory
I
shall
know,
be
I'll have to figure it out. More than anything, though, we need to gain levels and gear, because even with max, with like full HP, I had to be full HP and have Stout Wall up and have Shacklefoe on the boss, and with all of that, barely survived the Phoenix Strike thing. So if after that the boss used any other attack right after that, then we died immediately. Okay, we'll come back to this place in a minute. I guess the only other thing I could possibly do is, instead of bringing 2 healers, I could bring a dancer. Maybe that would help. You can't use physical attacks against it because for the majority of the fight, she's in counter stance. And as we saw at the end there when I was trying to end the fight to just get it over with, if you attack her when she's in counter stance, like actually go out of your way with the physical attack, she hits you for 10,000 damage. So
my turn.
You have to avoid that.
The winds of fortune howl.
Which means certainly a magic party is the best. What I kind of want to know is if
My turn now.
incidental attack will trigger it as well. Because counterattacking was not triggering her counter stance.
Shine forth.
So I wonder if incidental attack would, because we're always renewing Shackle Foe with Therian.
All
I
right.
don't want to take Therian off Merchant because I want that 80,000 leaves from stealing all the boss's money.
Out of my way!
I don't know what to do.
The winds of fortune howl.
I was hoping to at least have gotten that
Now then,
done. Got one of the jobs. But we didn't.
Here goes nothing. Is that better?
Oh well.
Well then.
It's definitely the hardest fight in the game so far that I've fought.
My turn. I'm ready. Are you? Time to steal the show. Don't start things you can't finish.
I don't know what the best team would be. Obviously I have to have a black mage. Or a scholar. I guess a dancer would work too. What's that do? Do I already have that? Yeah, I do. It's 50 evasion. Okay. I wonder if there's like an 80 evasion or 100 evasion accessory somewhere. That way I could equip 2 of those.
it's a good day.
Try out an
for
evasion
battle.
setup and see if that works.
Out of my way. The winds of fortune howl.
Now then. Come if you dare.
All right.
I'll not be defeated.
Could go for some Kate enemies to spawn so I could get some easy levels.
Allow me to have a
That'd
look.
be good.
My turn.
Victory shall be mine.
I'll not be defeated.
Here we go. That'll do her.
Out of my. I'm ready. Are you? Time to steal the show.
That didn't take him out, really?
Victory shall be mine.
Okay, these things have a lot of HP.
I'll do my best. Huh? Flames, burn this away.
There we go.
I am not made for such battles.
I didn't even realize there was a whole nother area down here. Okay. So, what is this? Is this where another secret job is? Where are we on the map here? No, it's not. Okay, it's the other area where there's another secret job. There is a bonus dungeon, though, that we're gonna go and get on our map. Marceline Catacombs, huh? Okay, we're getting a lot of level 50 dungeons to go through. And we're gonna need it for those jobs. And for anyone new watching, wondering what I'm doing here, we just tried to fight the Warbringer job boss, and yeah. Let's just say things didn't end well. They're going okay. They didn't end well. So now I'm going through unlocking all the towns so we can fast travel between them, look at getting some new gear, getting some more experience, and at the same time going through and opening, or at least getting all the side dungeons on our map. That way we can go and explore those while leveling up and doing all that stuff. So
Allow me to have a look.
the Warbringer side boss had 200,000 HP. We got to a little below 50%.
Here goes nothing. Is that better?
My turn.
Let's see if you guys have a wind. We do have a wind weakness. Good.
Out of my way!
Well then, huh? Allow me to have a look.
Okay.
Here goes nothing. That'll do her.
The battle is truly out of my way!
My turn.
I don't want to use Aber's Reckoning just yet. If they're all broken, I would use it.
Alrighty.
Man, attacks like that are gonna start giving me nightmares in this game.
I'll not be caught. Allow me to have a look. Well then. Yeah.
I'm ready. Are you? Time to steal the show. Where's the nearest tavern?
Well, of course, Ulbrich didn't level up. The one who was the most battered and bruised from that fight. Can we make it in without another attack? Good, okay. Can heal over in here. I need to switch up our party too. Get somebody else in for Alphen. Where's the shop though first? Oh, can't go down there yet. Here's the weapon shop. Okay. So what we got here? Well, that's really good if you're using a physical axe user that's not old brick. Actually, it might be better on old brick than what I'm using right now. Now I think about it. It's really good. The occasionally increases defense is good. And it has more accuracy. No, I can probably actually buy Oasis hats now. What's Alphen using? Oh, he's still using the silent bandana. Yeah, sure, I'll buy him one. And platinum armor. Okay, so that's everything in here. Where is the tavern? Here it is. Okay, who to switch in for Alphen? Guess we do Cyrus or Tressa. Let's do Cyrus for now. Oop. Need to take his gear off. Jobs, turn you into an apothecary. Turn you into a cleric. Give you that. Take this down for the sapphire rod. Oasis hat. Ooh, I don't like having to take any of this stuff off. Let me see something here. So here, wizard rod, adamantine shields. I like it. Oh yeah, he's using the elemental hat. That's such a downgrade. Sorry. That's what you're getting. Oh, that's right. Okay. Don't need this. Let's give her that. Okay, we are good. Let's go and heal one more time since we changed up our equipment. Okay, so now we've done this, we're going to make our way back up to here, and we're going to go over here to the West Stoneguard Pass. Explore that area as we make our way down to Everhold next.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
An interesting dilemma.
Try this! Over here!
My turn now. May the sacred flame shine forth.
Whoa,
Now,
that was a lot of damage.
come if you dare.
My turn now. Let your wounds be healed.
My turn. The winds of fortune howl.
Victory shall be mine. I will cut you down.
Out of my way. Let's do it. Time to steal the show.
Victory.
Well then, let your wounds be healed.
What is the logical course of action? Sacred light to chase the darkness.
Well then, here I go! Oh, sacred light! I am not made for such battles.
Okay, Holberg's level 50. I have a feeling, though, to really take on that boss in a manner that's not like just barely doing it like we were last time, and especially in order to survive the second half of the fight, we're gonna need to be at least over 50 with the majority of our party. Is my guess. I could be wrong, but it just seems like that's probably how it's gonna have to be.
Let us fight with honor.
Out of my way.
Could use some Kate enemies too to help speed up the process.
How about you?
I seem to get them a bunch when I have Primrose in my party, though. I don't think she has anything that makes them appear more, but maybe she does.
Well then,
Maybe part of her allure ability is that.
may the sacred flame shine forth.
Much to learn.
Out of my way.
No, no, darn it.
Much to learn.
Wrong target.
The battle is truly joy.
I'll not be. Ah! There!
Victory shall be.
Probably axe, but let's just go ahead and finish off analyzing them. Oh, it's not axe, it's staff. Okay.
Out of my way. I'm ready.
I'll not be defeated. Oh, sacred light!
Victory! Iron Blade is a With each battle, I grow stronger.
Want to buy Kate enemies anywhere? Kate enemies, any Kate enemies would be great. Absolutely fantastic. Let's go this way first. I think this goes to the map we've already been to. North Pass. Yeah, okay. But there's a chest down this way. Or at least I thought there was. There we go.
This is the beginning of your
You guys are
end.
not Kate enemies. I could use some Kates though.
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
You guys
Out of
also
my
hit
way.
incredibly hard.
Try this.
Well then. Let me heal you.
Victory shall be mine! Come, if you dare!
Out of my way.
I'll not be defeated. Let your wounds be
It's
healed.
in fights like this that most of my party is actually kind of useless.
The battle is true out of my way!
Now, what next?
Oh, light! Smite them down!
Well then. Here I come! May the sacred flame shine forth!
I'm ready. Are you? Time to steal the show.
Oh, got one of them. The other one dodged it though.
The battle is true!
Now, what next?
My focus! Oh, light! Smite them down!
Not bad. A passing grade.
Okay. We still have that bonus, that dungeon somewhere in here. Oh, is it down there? Depending on what level it is, we may just go ahead and do it.
I'll make this quick. The winds of fortune howl. Over here.
Victory shall be mine!
What's the best weapon? Probably spear.
Come, if you dare!
What is the logical course of action?
Let's just go ahead and finish analyzing these guys.
Much to learn.
I'll do my best. May the sacred flame shine forth.
One more turn until a bruise.
Well then.
I don't think I want to bother
May the sacred
Yeah. That's sad. I don't think I want to bother rehabilitating him. I just don't notice I have 3 exits. Oh, the path that came in, obviously. Tomb of the Kings? Have I not done this? Level 25? Really? Okay. Well, we're gonna do Tomb of the Kings. It's really low level, but we're still gonna do it. Tomb of the Kings. Level 25. Let's see if it has a boss that we can steal a bunch of money from. Because for a dungeon this low level, that's basically what we're going to be here for, is to take all the money from the boss. Also, what's a level 25 dungeon doing in this area?
With honor.
Oh, we fought all the enemies before, though. It's knife good. Sword's probably the best to be using here. I don't even need to bother provoking or anything.
No. Over here. Now, what next?
I'll do my part. May the sacred flame shine forth.
Let's see how much experience we get for this.
I grow strong.
It's probably worth it, at least for the job points. If nothing else. Cyrus needs them. It's back at the beginning. Yeah, okay. Anything back over here? No. Let's go up. We have a purple chest with something. Wait, what?
I will battle.
Victory shall be mine. Out of my way! All light, smite them down. Thus ends your lesson.
Was there another way up that I missed? Oh, duh. All the way back over here. I'm dumb. Ooh, that's a purple chest in there too.
Let us fight with honor. Have at you.
Out of my way.
An interesting dilemma.
My turn. Oh, sacred light.
Well, at least it's pretty refreshing for considering what we've been going up against lately. And I guess there is always the chance of running into a Kate, which will give us experience, regardless of the fact that we are way over leveled for here. That's weird. You would think there would be a hidden pathway or something back there, but I guess not.
There is no choice.
New enemies, huh?
Out of my way.
Try this. What's
Really?
this? Curse.
Oh gosh, they're blinding me.
Well then. May the sacred flame shine forth.
What's this now? So much to learn.
Spoilers, dude, Nick. Oh man, you should have seen this boss. I went to try to do the boss for the Warbringer, the secret job that allows you to equip that can equip all weapons. Oh man, that was a boss, all right. Let's just say,
Out of
well,
my way.
judging by, you could probably tell by the fact that I don't have the job right now, how that fight ended.
Well then. May the sacred flame
And,
shine forth.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The
keep.
flame guides us true.
Probably did that to Ulbrich, that's for sure. It's actually it's a chick, it's a big ass giant chick, and she has this move. I was fighting her with Ulbrich. So if you look at, well, he was 49 at the time, and I had Shackle Foe, so I had her attack lowered. I had full HP, and I had Stone Wall up, so I had buffed his defense. And she uses this one like Blade Storm type move, and whenever she uses that move, if Ulbrich was not at full HP, he would die, just like flat out die. And even if he was at full HP, she would get oftentimes 2 to 3 attacks in a row. And yeah, things went bad. She also had 200,000 HP. So there was that. I got her down to about 50%, just below 50% HP. After probably about, it felt like 20-30 minutes worth of fighting. At least that's what it felt like. And once I got her down to that, she started equipping more of her weapons and started doing AoE attacks on my party. And then she took out Ulbrich, and things went downhill from there. So I just said, fuck it. I'll come back later. So now I'm going and basically opening up the rest of the map, getting all the Chapter 4 towns available. That way I can port to them, check their gear, and level up, and doing all the side content, all the bonus dungeons. That way I can gain levels and go back there and actually fight the boss and kill it. The music for that fight, though, was fantastic.
Thus ends your lesson.
Oh, and I should say, she's extremely strong against physical attacks and weak to magic. And she also has this passive she puts on herself every now and then, where if you attack her with a physical attack, she retaliates immediately with a 9,999 damage attack on the person that attacked her. So, yeah, that's really fun.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
Well then. May the sacred flame shine forth.
But I want that job really bad. Apparently, I heard that with that particular job, it becomes possible to solo, not really solo, but one-shot every single boss in the game
What next?
once you fully level it up.
All lightning, smite them down. Thus ends your lesson.
You can also jack 80,000 gold from her, or leaves, or whatever the currency is. Okay, how do I get this damn chest in here? It's a purple chest, so I want it. How do I get it? Save real quick. Oh, you mean the bonus job quests, bosses? They're just bonus stuff. You don't have to actually go out. They're hidden, considered hidden. So like most of the shrines for the job shrines, when you're walking around the map, they appear on your map. But the shrines for the bonus jobs or the hidden jobs don't appear on your map at all. You actually have to go and find them. And unlike the shrines for the main jobs, they're actually in dungeons. I don't know if they're the hardest bosses. They're level 50 dungeons. What they're in, you have to walk through like a level 50 dungeon, and then you actually find the shrine, and then when you find the shrine, you have to fight the boss. If they're the hardest, then the final boss of this game is probably going to be a complete joke, because I mean I was fine for 50% of the fight. So I would be surprised if they were considered the hardest bosses. I'd also be slightly disappointed.
Have at you. I will cut you down. With each battle, I grow stronger.
So how do I get this damn chest? It looks like there's a path coming from behind on the left over here somehow. Is there a way to like go down or something? Oh, I bet the rest of the game is easy once you get them. Well, as difficult as they are, the rest of the game better be easy once you get them. Of course, actually, outside of that one boss, the Warbringer boss, I've only fought,
Out of my way.
I think 3 bosses that I found truly difficult, and only one of them was actually a story boss. The other 2 were side content, like you could completely avoid them by just not doing side quests. Everything else in the game has been anywhere from a complete joke to manageable.
I'll not be defeated.
Of course, I haven't done any of the Chapter 4 content, so I could run into a bunch of really hard bosses in the Chapter 4 content, of course.
Oh, ice.
But at least up through all the Chapter 3 content and all the side dungeons around there. So I haven't done any of the level 45 or 50 side dungeons yet, with the exception of the Warbringer one. But outside of any of that content, the game has been pretty easy so far. I'm actually having more trouble trying to figure out how to get this chest than anything. Maybe I gotta come from below?
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
But I also heard there's supposed to be a secret dungeon once you beat the game as well. That you have to, there's a couple of side quests that you have to do. And if you do those quests, then you can gain access to this dungeon. But it only becomes available once you do those 2 quests and once you've beaten the game. So I'm hoping that will be like the dungeon that kind of tests whether or not, or is designed to have those jobs. I guess we'll see. Okay, do you see what I might be missing to get up there to get that chest? Maybe there's like a switch or something I have to hit? Like, with a boss or something? Okay, well, I'm gonna go up to the top and fight the boss. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and that's why I kind of went down here.
My turn.
I had this one chest in a story dungeon that was really hard to find, and it ended up being like this really small sliver you had to walk through that didn't even look like it was possible to walk through.
Oh, ice, pierce them through.
Well then. I am not made for such battles.
So there's nothing. Oh, there we go. Got it. Finally. It's not even that good. Oh, I bet that's bad, isn't it? All that work for something that's not that great. Oh well. Oh my god, getting caught up on everything here.
This is the beginning of your end. Now, what next?
Of course, everything would be weak to dark, wouldn't it?
Oh, flames, rage strong.
My turn.
I'll do my best. May the sacred flame shine forth.
How about you?
If you're ever worried about levels,
I grow stronger.
Dancer gets both single target and dark. Single target to start off, and then you have to buy dark. But I was saying, if you're ever worried about levels, and you think you may have to grind to do the next story chapter, so far the hardest character has been Honnet, and Primrose has been the easiest. In terms of difficulty for me, a lot of people seem to find Tressa's story really hard, but I didn't find her stuff hard at all. Is there a boss? There's no boss, really? I'll get from you. I'm gonna take your stuff. I'm gonna scrutinize you. Gravekeeper's information. An elderly man who tends the cemetery all by himself. Perhaps he is the one who ensures that there are always fresh orange flowers. Really? There's no boss up here? Fine. Hate these dungeons that don't have bosses.
Let us fight with honor.
I've made like the most money in this game from these side dungeons for the ones that have bosses that you can jack their money in them. Because you just get a merchant that has snatch from the thief. And then you just boost 4 and you just jack all their money. Yeah, a lot of the earlier ones don't have bosses. At first, I actually thought it was that you didn't have any bosses until you collected all the jobs, because it just so happened that the first bonus dungeon I went to after collecting all 8 jobs had a boss. So I went back and checked them, all the old ones, and they didn't have any bosses in them. Though I have noticed that I think some of them you have to are like quest related. So like this one is probably quest related. Oh, Slayer, you probably fought a Kate. If you fight one of the little Kates and you kill them, they give you a shit ton of experience points and job points. Most of the lower level dungeons don't have bosses, and a lot of the higher level ones do. That's what I've kind of been noticing. But I have found like 2 of the bosses I found in dungeons were related to quests. So it may be that you have to have the quest accepted in order for the boss to appear. Yeah, that would be good too. I've just been writing down all the dungeons I go to. Like I write down the name of it, I write down what level it is, and then if it had a boss or not, I have put like a little star next to it, and then when I've actually cleared it, I cross it out. Just to kind of help me remember, because otherwise I wouldn't remember it all. There's so many of them.
I'll not be defeated.
From what I've found is usually every other like exploration area in between towns, like every other one, there seems to be a dungeon in them.
Thus ends your lesson.
I wonder if I can finally get the next magic skill with him. I can, okay. Okay, back to going to the town. Yeah, if I wasn't streaming, I would be using a notepad app, but since I'm streaming, I just write it down on a piece of paper. Or I have a little notebook that I write it down in. Looks like there is a bonus dungeon in this area, too. Oh. Oh, I know what this is. I think. Hold on. Oh, where am I? I am right here. Oh, I know exactly what that is. That's not a bonus dungeon. Well, it means a bonus dungeon, alright. But, yeah. That little bonus dungeon you see on my map there, that's that's the Rune Lord hidden job. Putting a pin where things are might be nice. I mean, what I do is I walk into them and then it puts it on my map so I can see where they are. But I do think being able to teleport to dungeons you've opened would be pretty nice. I can see why they don't want to do that, but it would be a nice, like, quality of life. Yeah, I mean, what I do is, like, when I see something, like, I'll walk into it. It's like I have, like, here, this is a level 50 dungeon I haven't done yet. The Mausoleum Catacombs, but I walked in there and it puts it on your map when you walk in there. Normally it's not. Like right now there's a dungeon down here and it's not on my map, but once I walk into it, it'll be there. Oh, looks like there's a two bonus dungeons, a shrine and a dungeon.
Flame, protect us.
Oh my god, I missed, really?
Out my way.
No, don't. Okay. Forgot we're in an area now that's not a complete joke. Things are actually tough here.
Interesting dilemma. So much to learn. No. Come if you dare.
Let's go ahead. I think my bow is better with him. As usual, I forgot to switch over Ulbricht's weapon for counterattacking.
Out my way.
Yeah, let's do this and finish analyzing these birds. Wind, okay.
How about you?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if you could just have a thief but I can kind of see why they did that, because if they didn't have that, what would be his specialty? I mean, obviously he can steal, which is very similar to Tressa's ability to purchase items, but Tressa also just randomly finds you money as you're walking around. And you could give it to Tressa too. I mean, I could see that, but she just randomly finds you money. I've had her find me like 10k before, just randomly. Just walking around. She's like, Tressa found 10,000 leaves from a poor soul. I was like, huh, alright.
Out of my way!
No, money. She finds leaves. As you just walk around with Tressa in your party, like whenever you zone in between areas after a certain period of time, she just finds money for you. Oh, give Therian an item version of it? Yeah. Gameplay-wise, that would make more sense.
Let's do this! Time to steal the show.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that as his ability when I was choosing my jobs, and that's kind of why I picked him. Because I figured I was going to want that. And then I didn't want to have to, like, write down where those chests were and try to remember where they are later on.
Now, what next? Oh, flames, rage strong. Not bad. A passing.
It's almost the same with like Haunted and Ulbrich. They have the exact same ability to challenge people, but one of them can actually fight, and the other one's just a worthless piece of trash. Oh god, a level 55 dungeon. What's the Everhold Tunnels? It's gonna be well on that one. Yeah, I mean, well, she can trap bosses. She couldn't trap the one boss I really wanted her to be able to trap. Not gonna say any more about that, but there was one particular boss that it would have been awesome if she could have trapped it. But she couldn't. Here we go. Shrine of the Runeblade. And I forgot to walk into that 55 dungeon to get it on my map. No, not yet. Once I get to this town, I'll go in the dungeon and go through it and try to fight the boss. Let me go to the town first. And let me go actually get that 55 dungeon on my map so I know where it is. Then I'll try it. I'm actually really curious to see if the boss is any easier. Yeah, Slayer, what probably happened is you probably fought a Kate enemy. They're these little, they call them Kates, they're little cat things. And there's like a rare spawn, almost like a metal slime in Dragon Quest. And if you can kill them before they run away, then they give tons of experience points and tons of job points. And that's probably what you fought. And you just didn't realize it. You think so? I think it's a good tank job because you can, like, make him be able to... You know, what seems what would be really powerful. You obviously can't do it because you can't use both Rune Lord and War Master at the same time. But that could, if you were able to use that combination, they could hit everything. I mean, yeah, it really is a treasure goblin. For whatever reason, I seem to run into them all the time when I'm using Primrose. but whenever I'm not using Primrose, I barely run into them at all.
Nothing will quiet the storm. Come if you dare.
I mean, I've gotten some of them without using Primrose, obviously. I mean, I've seen them before, but the last 2 times I've used Primrose for, like, story content, both times I've run into packs that had 2 of them multiple times. Like, I'm almost positive it's all just coincidence, but for me, it just so happens that whenever I'm using her, I seem to run into them all the time. Yeah, I was taking Primrose on to, like, get her some levels, because she was really low level, and I was going through a bonus dungeon, and I ran into a pack that had 2 Kates, and then literally, like, 2 encounters later, I ran into another pack that had 2 Kates, and that just happened earlier today as well, when I was doing her Chapter 3. At this point, though, it was only giving me, like, one level, maybe 2. Like, she would get 2 levels from it, but my other guys maybe get 1 at most. But it's still great experience points.
Thus ends your lesson.
Okay. Oh, that's where I just came from. Let's go in this way. Oh, I'm using right now the way I have my class set up here is Therian is merch sub, and I mean I use him a lot. Like he's my main support character, but also one of my biggest damage dealers because of Aber's Reckoning right here. It's based off your speed, and you know he has a lot of speed, so I have him like right now. I have him set up with 347 speed, so against a boss that's not strong against physical attacks, I think can hit upwards of 7k, and I actually had it hit for max damage, the 9,999 earlier. But the main stuff I use on him is obviously Trade Winds and Trade Tempest, and then I occasionally use Donate BP, and then I like using Collect, and then I pair Collect with Snatch to get double money. I mean, Tressa will get you way more money because she just finds it randomly. I chose Therian as my main, so I'm locked into using him until I complete his story.
My turn.
I mean, he deals more damage than Tressa does, though.
Victory shall be
If you're looking for damage later on. Aber's Reckoning is just, it's a ridiculous move, how much damage it can deal. And it's AoE.
Curse, witchery.
I will not be defeated.
What is the
She can get Snatch.
Well then.
And she can also get Aber's Reckoning as well. But I'm not sure if she can get nearly as high a speed as him. I mean, she probably can. I mean, I'm sure if you're using her, she can probably do the same thing as he can. Except for open the purple chests. But my Tressa is much lower level, so I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if there's like individual stats on the characters that, like maybe Therian just has a higher base speed or something, but I don't know. I would have to do something else to compare them.
Try this.
What is the logical course of action?
Nothing will quiet the storm. The battle is truly joy. Out of my way!
But this is the move I'm talking about. Aber's Reckoning.
Time to steal the show.
And that's not even with max speed.
Where's
I'm
the nearest
actually
tower?
not using the most speed he can have because I'm not using the Thief passive that gives the speed. Because I could take off either Second Wind, SP Saver, Inspiration, one of these, and I could give him Fleetfoot, which gives him an extra 50 speed. But I found that I just prefer to have him have more, be more of a support role than pure damage. With that setup right there, using all three of those plus Snatch, he basically never runs out of SP.